Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am April. For today's reading, I am using the Rider Tarot deck, and this reading is for my Sun, Moon, and Rising sign in Taurus for the month of July 2020. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you have not subscribed yet to my channel, please click the subscription button and also click on the bell notification so you'll be notified when I upload my next video. So without further much ado, my dear Taurus, I'm going to start with your reading. So for the first card, I have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords represents to me the truth. It could also manifest as someone who is a male or a female figure in your life that is very intelligent, but also possesses a lot of power over you. This could be your boss. This could be a parent. This could be a guardian. This card could also represent that a decision has to be made. And not just any decision, but a very intelligent, carefully thought decision. And it also represents intelligence and power. Intelligence represented by the sword that's being wielded by the king, and power represented by the king in the card. So I feel that for the month of July 2020, my dear Taurus, there's going to be a need for you to search for some truths. And that would be very specific to your source of livelihood. And the reason why I say that is because you also have the Eight of Cups joining the King of Swords. And to me, the Eight of Pentacles, represents your work, your efforts. This could also represent hardships when it comes to money and possessions. And it could also represent commitment. So I feel that in July 2020, there's going to be some contemplation about, am I in the right field in terms of my livelihood? Am I following my passion? Is it worth the stress in my current role when I could actually be in a different role, completely different from what I'm doing now? I may not be earning the same amount of money that I'm earning now, but I know that I'll be a lot happier if I pursue that career. So I think that would be the central theme for you for this month, my dear Taurus, is that there's going to be a lot of questioning whether you are on the right path. And I feel that you have been thinking about this for a long time, because the King of Swords is not the type of card of making impulse decision. It's more of a card of you were able to sit down and contemplate whether if this is something that is for you or not for you. Because I'm also feeling here that you're not really having a lot of fun at work. You're suffering too much, or you're stressed. Not because of the work that you're doing, but because you're just doing something that you just don't like to do. And I understand some people out there could easily, do their work and find happiness outside of their career. But that's not for you, my dear Taurus. You're somebody who's very committed. In astrology, the bull that represents Taurus represents that steadfast quality with a lot of Taurian people out there. You know, they're known to be, they have a lot of stick to it attitude, and that is associated with you, my dear Taurus. You know, you do stick around, even if sometimes it's not really serving you anymore. And so I feel like for the month of July, there's going to be a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplation. I can also sense from this card, probably to some of you, you're also contemplating. You could be in a training arrangement with someone, because that could also represent the combination of these cards where you're torn between your mind, which is represented by the King of Swords, versus the actual physical work. So that could manifest in terms of, you know, I feel like this physical work that I'm doing is not really doing me any justice anymore. I probably more suited doing a desk job, you know, represented by the King of Swords. I could sense that to some of you, my dear Taurus. So there's like a struggle between doing labor work versus desk work for some of you. But I do feel strongly that for most of you, my dear Taurus, there's going to be a lot of thinking, contemplation, whether if this job is really providing me that sense of contentment. It's not so much about the money, but does it make you feel proud of what you do at the end of the day? So, I mean, that's the energy for you, my dear Taurus, for the month of July. I wish that, you know, I could tell you something else about this combination of cards, but to me, I feel like that is what my guides are telling me, that there's going to be a lot of decision making for you up ahead in July. But I know you're not a hasty decision maker. You're not going to do this in haste. And I'm pretty sure that most of you have already contemplated what would be next for you for the upcoming months. And there's also going to be a lot of good prospects for you. Just because the North Node has already shifted sign to Gemini, which is your second house, and your second house represents, you know, your assets, your possessions, and money. You know, and that's a good thing, because I know a lot of Taurus people out there are focusing on wealth right now, building that wealth, building that industry, building their empire, building that business. You know, if you want to tone it down a bit, or building a career, you know, building my portfolio that would generate more income for you in the next coming years. So I hope that video resonated with you, my dear Taurus. If you like this video, please remember to click that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please remember to click that subscription button, and so you'll be notified when I upload my next video for you for the month of August. So again, my dear Taurus, have a wonderful month. Have a wonderful July. Thank you so much for watching, and take care, and goodbye. God bless.